Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? All right. Course should be starting up in about 9 minutes or so, but we'll see what it is. Go live. Let's see here. What? We are live now. We are live. See, I gotta fix the title for this stream here. Whoa, that was a little bit loud there. Almost blew on my eardrums. Oh, this thing's messed up and the stream is messed up. Nah, yeah, it's messed up. I'll fix it up now. Okay, I gotta reboot that phone over there because it is not Hey, what's up, K? How's it going? Oh no. What up? What up, Starkey? How's it going? Hey, I don't remember if I told you, but hey, thank you for shooting those $5 yesterday. I think I saw it after the stream was over. Highly appreciate it. Not required, but is appreciated. Let me see here. I'm still setting up some of the other streams. Vertical. So just bear with me here. A moment or two. Hey, Tara, highly appreciate that rose and that flame heart and that rose. Highly appreciate. Gotta make sure the toilet is working. Trying to set up the main stream right now. It wasn't going live when I was trying to go live a moment ago, so I had to reboot my phone. So let's see if that reboot is fixing me up like new. Hey, Joseph, thank you. Highly appreciate that follow. All right, the main stream is up. All right, I think I'm good to go. All right, so I saw another cord now. The cord is the one that needs to get everything ready on their end. Fix my microphone. And let's activate all these sources. Activate. And let's get the chat on the screen. And I think I got everything right. Everybody could hear me, right? Can you guys hear me on the vertical stream on YT? Can you guys hear me on the landscape stream on YT? If you could hear me on my main TT account at CollectCallFrom. And if you guys could hear me over here on at CollectCallFrom from dot on dot YT. All right, cool. Hey, gracias. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that heart, that flaming heart. All right, so hey, thank you, Josh B. Any ever any? Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had some last night. You see, hear you loud and clear. Hey, thank you, Ross. AK, thank you, and Rebecca over here. All right, cool. So I'm looking at three different phones over here. So it's not that I'm cross-eyed or anything. It's just I got different phones, or I got a screen over here. So I got a lot of things going on over here. So Josh, to answer your question, yeah, there was a guy yesterday. He had a 1.5 million a bail. I actually cut up his I clipped his that stream. Jess Katie, hey, appreciate the follow. Let me see. Wait, I thought I followed you. I got two accounts, Lisa. Vanessa, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. I got one account. You're on the backup account, if that makes any sense. Let me see. Thanks. That's insane. Yeah, and he was already in prison for another unaliving. That dude was crazy. Had no shame. The dude from last night, right? The guy that got 1.5 million. Well, I'm here now. That's right. 1.5 million. It's my money, and I want it now. Brandy, crazy. Did you guys? I clipped that one guy, the guy that was like in jail for like not even in jail. That was in processing, and he was over here acting like he was crying and stuff. That guy's definitely gonna be back. Like all that, like bro, you just got picked up like 3 hours ago, and you're bringing up your daughter's surgery. Like your daughter's surgery didn't matter when you were on the streets. Now that you're possibly gonna be in jail for a few days, now it's a problem. Now your daughter. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it really happened or not. I mean, if it did, if he was talking about was real, sucks for the daughter, but it just goes to show like where his priorities are at. You know, he's trying to get that sugar booger, getting taken care of. Samantha, the sympathy is real, right? Hey, thank you for the follow, Sharisa. I think it is. I can't. The lights kind of blinded me. If I mispronounce your name, my apologies. But gracias. Let me see over here. And for anybody that's here, hey Adam B, thank you for confirming that the audio is good on the the verticals. I mean, or the landscape stream. What's the worst charge you ever had on a stream? If you ever, um, the worst stream would have to be Adriana. Would have to be the girl that did the 5 dogs. The girl that got the restraining order against the dogs. I think that definitely blew my mind right there. Just because it's different. That's not something you hear every day. Somebody doing some unmentionable things or having your dog do some unmentionable things to you, if you will. Let me see, Kay. Hey, thank you, Christina, for the gift. Highly appreciated. WTF? Hey, I don't know, and I don't want to know, Josh, how that works. No, thank you. Not my get down. I'll take the judge's word that it happened. Oh, I got the rock star. Who sent me that? Was that UK? Or no, that was Katie. Thank you, Katie. The rock beam. I really appreciate that. All right, so we got some audio. We could kind of hear some of the noise in the background. So we're not too far along before it starts here. Weirdos, yup. Katie, gracias. Thank you for that heart on the cabeza. Just send a gift. I can't get rid of what? I'm not that rich. Let me see. Hats, good, bro. What up, corn dog? Hey, gracias for that cake right there. Was good. Hey, just right, doing the streams. Thanks again, Katie. Highly appreciate that. It's 30 here in Dallas. Damn it, eh? Let's go ahead and give those. For those of you that are cold, here you go. Show! We're making sure that the audio is working. Let me see. You could pin a comment, tap, invite. All right. Never mind. Jimmy A, thank you for sharing the live. Hey, if you do share the live, you on evening. I don't know, maybe I'm not sure yet. I'll see. 80s in Arizona. Hey, that's not too bad. I wouldn't mind being in the 80s. Hey, what's up, Juliet? How's it going? How's it go? 17 here, Lynn. Damn, Lynn. I hope you're wearing double or triple layers. It's nice here in Cali. Damn, the audio got super loud right now. Turn off my headphones here. I'm not turning off my headphones. All right. And listen to the time. Listen to the time and the date if you don't think this is live feed. It's 20 in Tampa. Oh, man, he's already typing like my wife. Oh, man. 23 in Texas. Hot Mess Express. Proceed with caution. All right. Which judge is it going to be today? I don't know. I don't say.
Can you let the time attorney know?
Yeah.
Mr. Hernandez, are you our interpreter today?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Oh, I think this guy's
good afternoon. Let's go ahead and get started. Good evening. This is the time for the 5 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on February 21st, 2025.
Buenas tardes. Esta es la lista de casos para vistas incoativas para las 5 de la tarde hoy, 21 de febrero 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar.
La orden para la toma de muestras de huellas digitales y ADN emitida el primer día del mes aplicará a esta lista de casos.
I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name.
Les llamaré que pasen al podio uno a la vez. Por favor, escuchen para cuando oigan su nombre.
I'll then announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom.
Luego anunciaré el nombre del que sigue. Esa persona tomará asiento en la silla que está justo afuera de la sala.
I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today.
Les avisaré de por qué le han arrestado, cuáles son las condiciones de libertad o detención que haya en su caso y la fecha y lugar de comparecencia de su siguiente comparecencia.
Let's go ahead and get started with Juan Estrada to the podium.
Vamos a empezar con Juan Estrada. Pase a la sala.
Come on, Juan, the only one.
And Jennifer Pavlov to the chair, please.
Jennifer. And if you're not tapping, you must be napping. What's up? Help us get to the FYP. Por favor. Y gracias.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Buenas tardes, señor. Su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Juan Eric Morales Estrada. Y mi fecha de nacimiento es septiembre 2 de 1992.
Juan Eric Morales Estrada. My date of birth is September 2nd, 1992.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant.
Muy bien, gracias. Comparece el día de hoy por una orden de aprehensión por no comparecer.
Thank you, guys.
For a case involving dangerous drug possession and drug paraphernalia.
Es un caso que trata de posesión de droga nociva y posesión de adminículos para el uso de drogas.
I will affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you.
Se confirma el nombramiento del abogado previamente asignado para representarle.
I am setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court.
Fijaré una consulta de actualización en ese caso para el 27 de febrero a las 8:30 en el Tribunal Superior en el centro de la ciudad.
We're also here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant.
Comparece el día de hoy también por una orden de aprehensión emitida por el Tribunal Superior.
You are charged with one count of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony.
Se le acusa de un cargo de posesión de droga nociva, un delito de categoría 4.
One count of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony.
Un cargo de posesión de adminículos, Your Honor, pardon the interpreter, did you say what class of felony did you say?
Class 6.
Se le acusa de posesión de adminículos para el uso de drogas, un delito de categoría 6.
One count of driving under the influence with a drug metabolite in your system, a class 1 misdemeanor.
Un cargo de conducir bajo los efectos de un metabólito en su organismo, una falta de categoría 1.
And one count of liquor, possession of an open container in a vehicle, class 2 misdemeanor.
Y una acusación de posesión de un envase abierto, un envase de licor abierto en su vehículo, una falta de categoría 2.
I will appoint you an attorney on this case,
Le asignaré un abogado en este caso
and I will set the same status conference on February 27th at 8:30.
y fijaré esta consulta de actualización la misma fecha del otro, el 27 de febrero a las 8:30.
I will affirm the bonds in both cases. It's a $500 bond on the first case and $250 on the second case.
Confirmaré las fianzas fijadas en sus dos casos. Es $500 en el primer caso y $250 en el segundo.
You'll have the same release conditions on both cases.
Tendrá las mismas medidas cautelares para ambos casos.
I'm ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Tiene prohibido tener drogas sin receta médica y tiene prohibido conducir sin una licencia vigente.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Todo esto estará en la hoja que se le entregue. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Sí. Bueno, de todos los cargos que mencionó, yo estoy realizando clases por parte de la Policía de Mesa y estaba en unas clases de la Policía de la Corte Superior también. Solo que me dieron de baja por una prueba que salí positiva.
Por inútil.
Y le pedí a mi oficial a cargo que me ayudara, o sea, que qué podía hacer, pero dejó de comunicarse conmigo. Entonces, por eso ya no continué con esas clases.
Yes. Regarding all of the charges that I had been enrolled in classes through the Mesa Police and also through Superior Court here too. The thing is that I was released from those programs because of a test that I did that resulted positive. I asked my officer assigned to me what it was that he could be done to help me, but he stopped communicating with me, so I stopped going to those classes.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, it does look like you were in the diversion program, but they did resume prosecution on that case, looks like back in October of last year.
Sí, parece que usted estaba inscrito en el programa de desviación, pero reiniciaron o reabrieron el caso en su contra en octubre del año pasado.
And so there was a hearing that was set back in November, and that's the hearing that you missed.
That's not for me.
Hubo una audiencia programada respecto a eso en noviembre. Esa es la comparecencia a la que usted faltó.
So I'm going to appoint the same attorney that was already representing you, so talk to your attorney about where to go from here.
Voy a confirmar el nombramiento de ese mismo abogado, así que hable con él cuando se entreviste con él acerca de cómo proceder de aquí.
Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra cosa? No.
Sería todo.
That's it.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork from the officer and then take a seat to your left.
Bien, recoja la hoja y tome asiento.
Next!
And Mr. Hernandez, that was the only one that I had listed as needing an interpreter, but can you do just a general call before disconnecting today?
Yes, sir. Hola, soy el intérprete del comisionado. ¿Hay alguna persona más en la sala que necesite intérprete de español? Levante la mano ahora, por favor.
Looks like we have one more.
It is my backup.
And sir, can you come in the courtroom?
Señor, pase a la sala.
Up next on The Price is Wrong. What do you guys think this next individual is here for? For loitering, shoplifting?
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Buenas tardes, señor.
DUI.
Su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Soy Wilber Velázquez Morales. Soy del 20 de octubre de 1983.
Pardon the interpreter, Your Honor. ¿Dijo 93 o 83?
83.
Okay.
Hey.
My name is Wilmer Vasquez Morales, and I was born on October 20th, 1983.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case.
Muy bien, comparece hoy por un caso nuevo que tiene ante un juzgado de paz.
You were arrested on allegations of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor.
Usted fue arrestado por una acusación de agresión, una falta de categoría 3.
I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Dicto que hay fundamento fáctico y le asignaré un abogado.
Right, Haley.
I am setting an arraignment hearing in the White Tank Justice Court on February 26th at 8:30 a.m.
Fijaré una
You said no right
audiencia para usted ante el juzgado de paz White Tank Justice Court el día 26 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana.
I am setting a secured appearance bond today in the amount of $2,500.
Fijaré una fianza en su caso el día de hoy por el importe de $2,500.
If you do post that bond, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime.
Si presta la fianza, tendrá prohibido regresar al lugar de los supuestos hechos.
No contact with any victim, complainant, or witness.
Tendrá prohibido tener contacto con cualquiera de los denunciantes, testigos o afectados.
No weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Tendrá prohibido tener armas, drogas o alcohol.
And you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued.
Y tiene que cumplir con las prohibiciones que conlleve la orden de alejamiento que se haya emitido en su contra o que se pueda emitir en su contra.
I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim.
Tiene prohibido vivir en el mismo lugar donde viva cualquiera de los supuestos afectados.
If you do share a common residence with any victim, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date.
Si usted comparte el lugar donde vive con uno de los afectados, tendrá que buscar otro lugar donde vivir y regresar al tribunal con una constancia de su nuevo domicilio.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Todo esto figurará en la hoja que se le entregue. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Quería preguntarle, ¿la fianza esa la puedo pagar por partes?
I have a question about the bond. Am I able to pay that in payments?
So you can't pay it in payments, but you can go through a bonding company.
No puede pagarla en partes, pero puede recurrir a una compañía de fianzas.
My apologies.
If you go through a bonding company, generally they require about 10% to be paid to them, plus some sort of collateral.
Si usted recurre a una compañía de fianzas para esto, ellos requerirán que usted pague el 10% de la fianza y que pueda presentar algún tipo de propiedad o bien para respaldar el saldo.
You'll get more information on the bonding companies when you get back to processing.
I think it's
Le
2,500.
darán más información acerca de las compañías de fianzas cuando regrese al centro de procesamiento.
Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra cosa?
No, era toda la pregunta que tenía.
No, that was the only question I had.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
I think his
Bien,
bond was
recoja la hoja y enseguida y tome asiento.
Okay,
Okay,
his bond
gracias.
was, I think it was
Okay, thank you.
2,500. So 10% he
And
would
Mr.
only have to
Hernandez,
pay
that was the only two that I believe
$250.
needed your services, so thank you so much for being available, but feel free to disconnect at any time.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, guys. You know what?
Jennifer Pavlov to the podium.
Judge,
Dwayne
can I
has-
pay $1
has
today
Glenn to the chair.
and the rest next week? That's right,
Good evening,
Brandy.
may I have your name and date of birth?
Jennifer Pavlov, 4/15/90.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, 2 counts of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felonies, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, 1 count of criminal trespassing, Class 5 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Because you were on felony release on another case when these new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you non-bondable today. So I am setting up an evidentiary hearing on February 28th at 1:30 p.m. Speak with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at that point in time.
Big deal.
We're
Yeah.
also here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving narcotic drug possession dangerous drug possession, and drug paraphernalia. I'll affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you in that case, setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. And I will affirm the bond in that warrant. It's a $500 secured bond. But don't post that bond because you're being held non-bondable in your new case. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Flush
Okay,
working.
go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Wow.
Dwayne Espalin to the podium and Felicia Smith to the chair, please.
Hey, so that delay you guys are seeing, that I have no control over that. That's from the
Counsel, are you
courts.
hearing for Mr. Macias?
Yes.
That's the court
That's
stream.
in about 5 more cases. Thank you. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dwayne Espelin, September 18, 1980.
Thank you. We are here today on a grand jury warrant. You were indicted on 2 counts of aggravated DUI, interlock device, both class 4 felonies. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you, setting an arraignment hearing in the downtown Superior Court on February 28th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond that was in the grand jury warrant. It's a cash bond in the amount of $30,000. That does go through a bonding company, but because it's a cash bond, their terms are going to be a little bit different. Unfortunately, with the grand jury proceedings, they're sealed in nature, so I don't know what was actually presented to the grand jury. So I am going to affirm the bond at this point in time, but I am appointing you an attorney. Talk with your attorney to see if anything can be modified at the next hearing. That'll be up to your next judge. As a part of your release, if you do post that bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Just that the bond, I could go through a bills bond, or
you can go through a bail bond company, but since it's a cash bond, their terms are going to be a little bit different. You'll get back to processing and you'll see what those terms are actually with each individual bonding company. It could be different.
Okay.
Okay. I did have to reprint your paperwork though, so go ahead and take a seat. We'll get you your new paperwork in just a moment. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's get the reprint. Felicia Smith to the podium and Michael Gerloff to the chair.
So
please.
aggravated DUI, it means that somebody got hurt. And for those of you that are wondering.
Good evening, ma'am. May I have your name and date of birth?
Felicia Smith, July 2nd, 86.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a class 2 felony, aggravated assault adult on a minor, class 3 felony, and threatening or intimidating with injury or damage to property, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can go through a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab that paperwork from the officer to your left and take a seat. Michael Gerloff to the podium. And
Hey, what up,
Nancy
Rhonda?
to the chair.
Where you been? Working? The jobby job got you.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Gerloff, December 16th, 1986.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a new case. You were arrested on allegations of 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, 1 count of driving under the influence of a drug metabolite in your system, class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor, class 1 misdemeanor.
Damn.
I will find probable cause to these allegations and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court.
Everybody's
I am
behind
going
right
to issue
now.
a secured bond on this case in the amount of $15,000. We're also here today on a probation violation case for violating term 1. I will appoint you an attorney in this case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. And I will issue a secured bond on the amount of $5,000 on this case. You will have the same release conditions on both matters. I am ordering that you not have any contact with any of the arresting officers, no contact with any listed co-defendants, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. The number will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Come on, Frank. You already
Annette
know.
Cantu to the podium, and Sarah Huerta to the chair, please.
Hey, thank you, corn dog. Let me see. If
Good
you're
evening,
not
may I have your
tapping,
name and date of birth?
Cantu, 5/12/1998.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, a Class 3 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $15,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim in this case. If you do currently share a common residence, I'm ordering that you find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. If you do need any personal belongings from that location, you can contact the non-emergency number of local law enforcement. They'll escort you to the home to get your belongings and then you'll leave. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
1989.
No, I did just have a comment.
So before you say anything in court today, anything that you say in court is being recorded and could be used against you in the future. You can say a comment if you'd like, but I would suggest not talking about the allegations that are against you.
Talk about it. Nothing to do with. Due to my terminal cancer, I do have to go to Texas, to my oncologist down there. I'm from Texas originally, and I do have my oncology down there. So I just wanted to notify you on that.
Okay, you do have access to medical coverage while you're in custody, so let the officers know when you get to processing. If you want to go see medical, they can arrange for you to see somebody. Now, I can't tell you that they're going to transport you to Texas, but they'll at least be able to start coordinating your care to see what exactly needs to happen.
They're not going to do nothing. They're going to give her 2 ibuprofen 800s and call it a day.
Sarah Huerta to the podium.
All that he needs to knock it off. They're going to take care of him. Come on. How many of you have been in the system already? Here, take a Tylenol or 2 or ibuprofen.
5/18/88.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 failure to appear bench warrants on cases involving dangerous drug possession, narcotic drug possession, and then unlawful means of transportation. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in all 3 cases. I'm setting them all for a status conference post-warrant on February 27th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bonds in each of the 3 cases. It's a $2,500 bond on each case. So it's going to be $7,500 total. If you do post bond, you'll have the same release conditions on all 3 matters as well. No contacting any of the arresting officers, no contacting any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So my bond $7,500?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem. Grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat. Miguel Antonio Macias to the podium and Sergio Cuevas to the chair, please.
Hey, so the
Your Honor, we do need the interpreter on this matter.
I thought we were done with the interpreter.
Okay, then we'll need to get a language line interpreter. I wasn't aware he was Spanish.
Okay.
So Mr. Macias, if you can go ahead and just take a seat for right now.
Hey, so for those of you that are wondering why the stream is behind, that would be a good question for the court. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to do with that. I'm guessing their internet sucks, or whoever set up their streaming, whatever, didn't do a good job at it. So I have no control over that. Like I said, I could get you the court's information if you want to ask them. No sé, I don't know why. It's normally like that. That's something that with these streams with Maricopa is normally like that. So I can't help you. I know you guys want to know, when it's buffering or whatever. I don't know. It's internet.
Counsel, will you be representing Mr. Macias moving forward or just for today's purposes?
Moving forward.
Rebecca is laughing. Ha ha. Oh no, he's typing upset. That's not a good sign. Hey, thank you for the follow, Bowman, I think it is. Marlissa. If you may, or if I will. Let me see. Michelle is lagging. It's not matching up the words and etc. Yeah, that is correct. It's like super delayed. But if you look at me, my thing is pretty good. My delay is not that big. If you will. Hey, I tapped myself out of the chat lab. Rhonda, hey.
Counsel, say your last name for me.
Come on, you gotta.
Ullette.
You gotta tap You gotta tap responsibly. Janky government Wi-Fi, writes Lisa. But it's all good. I'm not tripping. It is what it is. I'm just glad they have this stuff up that I could share with you guys. They might be on dial-up. Who knows? They might have that 56K modem. For those of you that know, you guys know. If you're in my age range, you know what a 56K modem is. The struggle was real back in the late 90s when you used to do dial-up, and if somebody would call you, your internet connection would get cut off. Man, I used to hate that. Like, damn, what you call me for, fool? I'm trying to download this picture that's taking about 85 minutes to download.
Do we have our interpreter on the line?
Hot
yes,
Mess
I'm here.
Express. I appreciate
May I have your
sharing.
name and your interpreter number, please?
Which, gracias,
Yes,
Hot.
my name is Angel. My
AOL
interpreter
dial-up.
number is 355126.
Thank you. And are you prepared to interpret for a legal matter?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Macias to the podium, please.
What up, Beagle's mom?
Señor Macías, por favor, acérquese.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Miguel Ángel Antonio
¿Puede
Macías,
darme su nombre?
9 de junio de 1988.
Okay, June 9, 1988. And I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was not able to hear his name because I was about to interpret when he said his name.
Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead and ask him to
What
repeat.
up, Steve?
Okay. Señor, ¿puede repetir por favor su nombre?
Miguel Ángel Antonio Macías.
I missed the old days of the internet.
Okay.
No,
Miguel
you
Ángel
don't.
Antonio Macías.
Thank you. And sir, since we're using an interpreter, you may understand some of what I'm saying in English, but just make sure we wait until the interpreter interprets everything, okay?
Sí, señor, ya que estamos usando un intérprete, puede ser que usted comprenda parte de lo que yo diga, pero por favor esperemos a que el intérprete interprete antes de contestar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Ms. Gaunt for the state?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Sure. Can we have the state announced, please?
Muy bien, ¿y podemos tener al Estado a que se anuncie, por favor?
Brooke Gaunt on behalf of the state.
Brooke Cannon, y yo estoy de parte del Estado.
And then Ms. Gillette for the in custody defendant.
They're right here, somewhere around here. You can't see them on the screen. They're
Y
cut off.
la señora Gulaps, que está, que es la custodia del demandante, el demandado.
Lane Gillette on behalf of Mr. Macias.
Vincular de parte del señor Macías.
Thank you. Mr. Macias, we are here today on a Superior Court new case.
Señor Macías, estamos aquí en un caso nuevo en la Corte Superior.
You were arrested on allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony.
He's going to prison. Guaranteed.
Hay alegatos que usted fue arrestado por alegaciones de que usted tenía posesión de una arma por una persona que es un delito mayor de clase 4.
And Ms. Gillette, did you want to be heard on probable cause today?
Not today, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Y señora Goulet, ¿le gustaría ser escuchada en probabilidad de causa el día de hoy?
No, Your Honor.
Moving right along.
And our interpreter, did you hear her response?
No. Timu, interpreter at his best. Connection lost, disconnected. Let's get somebody else.
Is our interpreter still on the line?
Hell, I was shook. He bounced. He got paid and he was like, adios, amigo. Adios, your honor. Rhonda, thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. If you're not tapping, you must be napping.
Just one more moment.
And also, sharing is caring. If you guys could go ahead and share it with those that you love, with those that you don't love. I don't care who. Must be an AOL dial-up. Yup. Somebody must have called in the call got disconnected. I think this interpreter is confused. A lot of these interpreters, they're not that good. But I could only imagine what they're paying them. They're probably paying them like $1 or $2 an hour. So you get what you pay for, right? Lisa's laughing. Hey, man, who remembers the AOL chat rooms? ASL. If you know, you know. Hey, thank you for sharing that 2389. If you're 40, they got the busy signal and boot it up. ASL. ASL. If you know what ASL means, drop it in the comments right there. ASL. What's your age, sex, location? 40, about to be 41 on Monday. Female from PA. That's right. That's right. Just Katie. You're welcome. Sharing is scary. Or fact signal. The chat room. Hey, those chat rooms were fun, man. You remember when they used to have like the different colored text, and you could do some pretty cool stuff, man. Man, those were the good old days. But man, to download a picture or let alone download a freaking video that was like a minute long, it would take you like 2 days and a half. And then if somebody called you, forget about it because you got to start all over again. The chat lines. Man, best $20 I ever spent on AOL. Let me see. What was the guy's charge? He had a pew pew. He had a one of those things that lets things off, if you will. Hey, thank you for following. I can't see the name. I think it's Tober. Let me see. OMG, you get so excited to hear. You got.
Do we have our interpreter on the line?
No, this is Maricopa.
Number 247883.
Thank you. Are you prepared to interpret for a legal matter?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. We did already have an interpreter on the line, but they disconnected, so we're kind of in the middle. We're going to jump right in. We have Mr. Macias, who is in need of interpreter services in the courtroom. We also have his attorney, Ms. Golette, and then we have an attorney for the state, Ms. Gaunt. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Golette, I believe you indicated that you did not want to be heard on probable cause. Is that correct?
Señorita Galeta, entiendo que usted dijo que no quería ser escuchada en causa probable, ¿correcto?
That's correct, Your Honor.
This is going to be...
All right. We'll find probable cause based on the Form 4 that I received from the arresting agency.
No, causa probable, el informe que recibimos del oficial que arrestó.
I will have Ms. Golette noted as Mr. Macias' attorney moving forward.
Bueno, señorita Galette, como la abogada del señor Macías, de aquí en adelante.
Mr. Macias, I'm setting a hearing for you, a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 a.m.
Señor Macías, vamos a establecer una audiencia de conferencia para establecer el estatus el día 27 de febrero a las 8 de la mañana.
And a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30. Both are going to be in the downtown Superior Court.
Una audiencia preliminar el 3 de marzo, ambas van a ser en la Corte Superior del Centro.
And Ms. Gaunt, I did receive the state's recommendation on release conditions. Is there anything else you'd like to be heard on?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Señorita Gat, sí recibí las sugerencias de condiciones de liberación. ¿Algo más que quiera agregar?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $25,000 secured appearance bond.
El Estado está pidiendo una fianza asegurada de $25,000.
Our understanding is that Mr. Macias does not have legal status in the United States, and he was allegedly in possession of a firearm.
Entendemos que el señor Macías no tiene un estatus legal en Estados Unidos y que estaba en posesión de un arma de fuego.
The state believes he is a public safety risk, Your Honor. Thank you.
You know, right now with the way the country is right now, if I was illegal, I would not be doing anything.
Ms. Gaunt. Ms. Golette, did you want to be heard on release conditions?
It's like flush the toilet.
Drop
one, flush one.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking for Mr. Macias' release today.
Sí, estamos solicitando la liberación del señor Macías el día de hoy.
Mr. Macias does not have prior criminal history, and this is a Class 4 offense.
Thank you for the goat.
El señor Macías no tiene un historial criminal anterior y esto es una ofensa.
This fool's not going to get released. Immigration is going to be thinking.
He works in construction. He does hold full-time employment and supports a family of 5 children.
Él trabaja en construcción tiempo completo y mantiene una familia de 5 hijos.
We were retained, I believe, this afternoon on this matter by his family.
They should have saved that money to bring that fool back once he got deported. They should not have
That
invested
tells
in
me
a
that
lawyer.
they're taking it seriously, Your Honor. I don't have concerns about him appearing for future court dates.
He had a pew.
And I'm sorry, this is the interpreter. I request a repetition, please.
That tells me the family is taking this matter seriously, and I don't have any concerns about Mr. Macias appearing for future court dates.
Eso me dice a mí que la familia lo está tomando en serio y no tengo preocupaciones de que el señor Macias se presente a su próxima fecha de corte.
Thank you.
I would have told my family, hey, don't give me a lawyer, save that money so like
Thank
that
you,
I
Ms.
can
Collette.
pay the coyotes
Mr.
and come
Macias,
back.
there's about 15 different things I have to consider according to the law when setting release conditions.
Gracias, el señor Macías, hay como 15 cosas diferentes que tengo que considerar bajo la ley para...
Or I would have told me, hold on to that money because I'm going to need that money when I'm in prison.
I believe you heard both the state and your attorney mention some of those.
Because most likely he's going to go to prison.
Que usted escogió,
Then they're going to
a la señorita Galet y el señorita Gant mencionar algunos de ellos.
I did see that you don't really have any criminal history, at least in the United States.
Sí veo que no tienen historial criminal anterior, por lo menos no en Estados Unidos.
But I am a little bit concerned about the nature of your arrest, and you have allegedly fled away from police before being pulled over.
Probably, most likely, yeah.
Pero sí me preocupa un poco la naturaleza del arresto y de que huyó un poco antes de que lo hayan parado.
They'll prosecute and then they'll deport him.
Based on everything that I have reviewed, I am going to set a secured bond today in the amount of $5,000.
En base a todo lo que he escuchado el día de hoy, vamos a fijar una fianza asegurada en la cantidad de $5,000.
That does mean you can pay that yourself or go through a bonding company.
Esto quiere decir que lo puede pagar usted o usar una compañía fiancera.
If that bond is posted, you can be released pending your next hearing.
Yeah, but most likely he's going to have an immigration hold. So even if he pays those $5K, he's not going to get
As a part
out.
of your release, if you do post that bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons.
Yep, we know what's up, Lovejoy.
Parte de lo que menciona su liberación, en caso de pagar la fianza, estoy ordenando que no puede tener armas de fuego.
No possessing any drugs and no driving without a valid driver's license.
The reason they got that lawyer was because they're hoping that he could get bond. So once he gets bonded out, they could bounce.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions about my?
Well, that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, get me out.
Todo esto basado en sus documentos. ¿Alguna pregunta?
But if they put an immigration hold on him, it don't even matter.
No.
All right, Ms. Collette, anything else you'd like to be heard on today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Scott, anything else from the state?
The way ICE is right now, I wouldn't even be jaywalking.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
And I was born here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to end up at Guantanamo.
Case, Ms. Collette, if you wanted to talk with your client back there, feel free to use that.
Gracias.
And thank you to our interpreter. Feel free to disconnect at any
Which
time.
reminds me, I need to get my passport ID card because I need to have that on me at all times.
Thank you. And Ms. Scott, feel free to leave at any point. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sergio Cuevas to the podium and Dana White to the chair, please.
Next on The Price is Wrong. And hopefully, if you're not born here, you're messing around.
Sergio Cuevas,
I will
October
stop
9th,
right now.
1998.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault of a first responder, a Class 4 felony, and resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post bond, I am also ordering that you not initiate any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. So is that a 10% from the $2,500?
That is a secured bond. So you can use a bonding company. That's the 10% plus collateral.
Okay. All right. And also, actually, no, I'll wait till my trial.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then have a seat.
All right.
And Ms. Collette, they need to badge you out. So just give me 1 second.
Lord, hey, how much do you think the lawyer just made right now from the initial appearance? Like 5 racks? Easily, initial appearance just to represent it for 20 minutes? She got paid.
Dana White to the podium and Angela Miller to the chair, please.
She got paid. And adios, amigo. Good luck to you. Here's your bologna
Good evening.
sandwich,
May I have your name and date of
your
birth?
razor, your
Dana
fish
White,
kit.
Dana Renee White, 6/12/86.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different failure to appear bench warrants. One is on a case involving 2 counts of aggravated DUI, 1 count of dangerous drug violation, and 2 counts of narcotic drug violation. And then one is in a case involving narcotic drug violation and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorneys that were already appointed to represent you in these 2 cases. I'm setting a status conference post-warrant on February 27th at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bonds in both warrants. It's a cash bond in the amount of $1,000 on each case, so $2,000 total. Okay. If you do post bond, I will order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. Okay. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. On the 25th of this month, I am turning myself in for, well, I have a court date to turn myself into the Department of Corrections for 8 months for the DUIs and all that other stuff. So how would I make it? Are they going to bring me to court?
Is it on these cases?
I was told that my drug charges were dropped, and I accepted 2 DUIs, and my drug charges were dropped to go in for 8 months.
So I don't see anything on these 2 cases that you had a court hearing set. The last hearing that was set was a sentencing hearing that was on January 13th, in which you failed to appear, and that's when these warrants were issued.
Because I was in the hospital, and so my lawyer didn't have the paperwork in time, so then he rescheduled it for the 25th of this month, so I could turn myself in and just go in from there.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything to that effect on the docket as of yet. It's possible that either your attorney has filed that recently or it hasn't quite made the docket at this point. But either way, you were already arrested on the warrants, so I mean they've been addressed. You're now in custody. I am going to affirm those bonds and those warrants right now, and your hearing is going to be in 6 days. As of right now, I don't show any other hearing for the 25th, and I can't accelerate that. Now, if a hearing does pop up, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office will transport you for that hearing if that does pop up. But like I said, as of right now, I believe it'll just be on the 27th.
Okay, so if I'm in custody on the 25th of that court date, they'll bring me. Okay.
You ain't going anywhere.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that to your left.
You ain't going nowhere.
Sorry, I just dropped my contact.
Oh, she lost her contact? Sucks to be you.
Angela Miller to the podium.
Where's my contact?
And Seth Gerard to the chair.
You can't put that back in your eye, girl. You're going to get an infection in your eye. You're going to lose an eyeball.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Angela Miller, 11/26/75.
Thank you. We are here today on 4 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on this case. We're also here today on 2 arrest warrants and then a failure to appear warrant. On the failure to appear case, it's on a case involving drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in that case. I'm setting a non-witness violation hearing on February 28th at 8:30, and I will affirm the bond, the warrant. That's a $250 bond on that case. We're also here today on 2 different arrest warrants. On the first case, it's a narcotic drug possession Class 4 felony allegation and a drug paraphernalia Class 6 felony allegation. I'll appoint you an attorney in that case as well. For your other arrest warrant, it is a narcotic drug possession Class 4 felony and drug paraphernalia Class 6 felony allegations as well. Likewise, I'll appoint you an attorney on that case. I'm setting a status conference and preliminary hearing on the 2 arrest warrant cases, both on February 27th at 8:30 and then March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am issuing a secured bond in the amount of $1,000 on the first case and then $500 on the second. So you have a total bond of $2,000 between the 4 cases. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact your assigned probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I do. There's no way I can get April bond release. I have a job, and I will lose custody of my child and my job and lose my housing if I don't
forget about all of that.
So not at this point in time. I am going to order the bonds to be posted. I am concerned because there are multiple new felony allegations and then also a failure to appear. So if I do believe if I were to release you on an ankle monitor today, and it's possible that you not come to court next.
I would come to court.
I understand what you're telling me, but
my life is different now. I'm not on drugs currently.
Well, you were just arrested on
Because I had stuff in my purse, but I'm not currently on drugs.
Either way, I'm going to set the bonds in this case.
I'm not on drugs. I just had them.
Go ahead and grab that to your left and then.
Hey, thank you, Lynn, for sharing that. Should have thought about that first, sister.
And Jasmine Leonard to the chair.
Tough crowd tonight. Tough crowd, I see. Let's go to give her one of these.
May I have your name and date of birth?
It is Seth Vincent Gerard, born 1st of May, 1995. Also, all my paperwork, I've noticed my last name has been spelled wrong. So it's spelled G-U-E-R-A-R-D as in dog.
Oh, there's an extra R in there that they're leaving out? Okay. So I'm I have it listed here as both on mine. It has the R in, the second R in there, but it has another, like an AKA basically without the R.
Yeah, because
just double check with your attorney at the next hearing. I'm going to appoint you an attorney on these cases just to make sure that it is all lined up and proper. At least on my side, I do reflect the corrected name. Okay. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a justice court warrant out of the Agua Fria Justice Court. It is for a case involving disobeying or resisting an order or mandate of the court, class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal damage, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in that case. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Agua Fria Justice Court on February 26th at 8:30 a.m. And I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on that case. We're also here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. So two different courthouses for the two hearings. I am going to affirm the bond and the warrant in that case. It's a $1,000 secured bond. So you have a total bond of $1,250. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. The number for probation will be in your paperwork.
Right.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat.
Thank you.
Jasmine Leonard to the podium and Mario Ortiz to the chair, please.
The chair, Mario Ortiz. What do you guys think Mario Ortiz is here for? Domestic.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
DUI.
Good evening. Jasmine Leonard, December 7th, 1989.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court, new case out of the Goodyear Municipal Court. You were arrested on allegations of threatening or intimidating with injury or damage to property, class 1 misdemeanor, 2 counts of assault, class 3 misdemeanors, and 1 count of assault causing fear of physical injury, class 3 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on February 26th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $1,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim. If you do share a common residence, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Who's the victim?
So the victim in this case, I believe, is one of the people that lives in the home that you live in. So all of that will be provided to you by your attorney. It'll be a complete complaint that's filed against you officially. You'll have more information from your attorney.
Okay.
Okay, all that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat to your left. Mario Ortiz to the podium and Alexandra Erickson to the chair, please.
Next. Hey, did anybody see the hearings yesterday where the teacher that got the $125,000 bond?
Mario Ortiz, 924-84.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of unlawful means of transportation, a class 5 felony, and dangerous drug possession, listed as a class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on this case in the amount of $750. We're also here today on a term 1 probation violation.
Was a female.
I'll appoint you an attorney in that case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30. That's also going to be in the downtown Superior Court. And I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on that case. So you have a total bond of $1,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat.
And I got one question. These cars that they brought me in, right? My boss has the permit to pick up these abandoned cars. And we were just taking it to the yard and they said that it was stolen. And I told her my boss could come in and
I'm going to cut you off only because you're talking about the allegations of the case. Anything that you talk about in court today is being recorded, so anything that you say could be used against you. At this point in time, I have found probable cause based on these allegations, but I would suggest talking with your attorney about talking about the validity of this. We're not talking about whether you actually conducted any of these allegations, just whether you should have been arrested on them. So talk with your attorney. You'll have the opportunity to present your side of the story moving forward. Okay? Grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
So,
Alexandra Erickson to the podium and Mario Macias to the chair, please.
So she was there for SOing a kid, I think, one of her kids at school. I didn't see
You may have your name and date of birth.
I need to go find
Alexandra
it.
Dawn Erickson, 11/10/1995.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on a Term 1 probation violation. I will appoint you an attorney on that case as well. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on each case in the amount of $500. That's $1,000 total. If you do post bond, you'll have the same release conditions on both cases. I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat. Mario Macias to the podium and James Liggins to the chair, please.
The court's on McDonald's Wi-Fi or Starbucks Wi-Fi or dial-up
Jamie, sir,
possibly.
may I have your name and date of birth?
Mario Macias, July 26, 95.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court probation violation and then also a municipal court warrant out of the El Mirage Municipal Court. On your municipal warrant for a case involving disorderly conduct, I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the El Mirage Municipal Court on February 25th at 8 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond in the arrest warrant. It's a $300 secured bond. On your probation violation case, it's for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'll appoint you an attorney in that case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing in the downtown Superior Court on February 28th at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $500 on that case. So you have a total bond of $800. If you do post bond, you'll have the same conditions on both cases. I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat.
Very good.
James Liggins to the podium.
Damn,
And
everybody
Danielle
got,
Nichol to the
everybody got a case on Friday. Ain't nobody going home today. They're going to be spending it eating bologna sandwiches, that sweaty meat, that mystery meat.
James
that meat,
Liggins?
That meat that's kind of greenish looking that I wouldn't even give to my pet dog.
Danielle Nichol to the podium.
Hey,
and
what
Ty
up?
Burgess to the chair, please.
What up, truck? Damn, for reals.
You may have your name and date of birth.
And I'm not joking about that meat.
Danielle Nichol, June 27th, 1989.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, which is a Class 4 felony. I'm not finding probable cause as to that allegation today. I was not provided with enough from the arresting agency to find probable cause. I'm still going to appoint an attorney to represent you, so talk to your attorney about what that means moving forward. I will set a status conference on March 7th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on 2 different probation violation cases for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'll appoint you an attorney on those 2 cases as well. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I will issue a secured bond on your 2 probation matters. It's a $250 bond on each case, so $500 total. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat. James Liggins to the podium.
Damn. It's like nonstop. Normally it runs about like
Ty
40.
Burgess, please stay in the chair.
It runs about 40 to 50 minutes. We're going on OT right now.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
James Liggins, 11/13/1977.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a municipal court warrant out of the Peoria Municipal Court. It's for a case involving criminal trespassing, assault, failing to obey a police officer, and disorderly conduct. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in that case. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on February 25th at 9 a.m. I will affirm the bond on the warrant. It's a $250 secured bond. We're also here today on another municipal court case out of Peoria. It's a new case. You were arrested on allegations of shoplifting, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on February 25th at 9 a.m. I will issue a secured bond in that case in the amount of $250. So you have a total bond of $500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I don't have no money for no bond.
Okay, if you're not able to post that bond, then you will remain in custody until at least your next hearing.
There's no way to get a OR?
Not at this point in time. But you can talk with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release in front of your next judge. So go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then.
When's the 28th? When's the 25th?
25th is in 4 days.
So I have to be in custody for 4 days?
Unless you post that bond, that's correct.
There ain't no way to post that bond. I don't have no money.
Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then have
Ay.
Ty Burgess to the podium and Junior David to the chair, please.
Next.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Ty Burgess, April 30th, 1994.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of criminal trespassing in the first degree, a class 6 felony, and criminal damage, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting a status conference on February 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 3rd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then Junior David to the podium.
Hey, definitely a
bit. Tatiana Lauer to the chair, please.
Definitely busy hour here at The Price is Wrong. And let's see what's
Good
up.
evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Junior David, May 27, 1979.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 28th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $250. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left.
He's kicking hard. This was
Tatiana
going
Lauer to the podium and Michael Goldgart to the chair, please.
Damn, the life has definitely put him through the ringer.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Tatiana Lauer, 11/29/97.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You are charged with 1 count of narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony, 1 count of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on March 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you'll appear for your next court date. Okay. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat.
Luckily for myself, I don't know anything about withdrawals.
Michael Goldgart to the podium.
Because I've never done anything like that, and I don't plan on it. But looking at those people, I know I made the right choice.
May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Wayne Goldgart, September 27th, 1971.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case out of the Desert Ridge Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor in your system, a class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of DUI, blood alcohol content of 0.08 or more, and 1 count of extreme DUI, blood alcohol content of 0.15 to 0.2. Both of those are class 1 misdemeanors. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Desert Ridge Justice Court on March 10th at 1:30 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance, but there are some conditions you have to follow. I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
How old was that for?
It is likely that your license has already been suspended, so check with the MVD before you get behind the wheel of the vehicle. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, go and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Yadira Francis to the podium and Christy
Desert Ridge area for the rich. 1971. Damn, that fool does look shout out.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yadira Francis, 5/11
Oh, that's
Thank you.
that
We are here
man
today on
Sam's
Superior
grandpa.
Court, new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, and driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor in your system, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Congratulations,
Setting a status
A&B.
conference on March 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you'll appear for your next court date. I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. It is likely that your license has already been suspended, so make sure you check with the MBD before you get behind the wheel of the vehicle. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Zeus used to stay in Apache Junction.
Christy Moso to the podium.
Man,
and Ron
don't
Field Trotter
understand
to the
this.
chair, please.
Damn, look at her. She's going through it. She is.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Christine Musso, 10687.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court new case out of the Buckeye Municipal Court. You were arrested on allegations of assault, class 1 misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct, a class 2 misdemeanor.
She looks
I
happy.
will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Buckeye Municipal Court on March 11th at 2 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date, but there are some conditions you have to follow. I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. And I'm also ordering that you may not have any uninvited contact with the listed victim in this case.
Okay.
I'm also ordering that you may not reside in the same location as the listed victim unless the victim consents. If the victim does not consent or revokes consent while this case is pending, you must immediately leave and find an alternative place to stay. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I just want to make sure I can go pick up my medication and all my stuff right, like today.
Yeah, so you can go back to that location as long as the victim is okay with you being there.
Okay.
If the victim is not okay with you being there, you have to leave immediately, whether you have your possessions or not.
Okay.
If they say that you can't be there, you can have what's called a civil standby. Contact the non-emergency number of local law enforcement. They'll escort you to the home to get your belongings and then you'll leave.
Okay.
But if you get there to get your belongings and they say you can't be there, you just have to leave immediately.
Right, Nisha, 100%.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, all that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat.
Hey, and for you guys that don't like
Ron
how this
Field
looks,
Trotter to the podium.
if you jump over to my YT page at CollectCallFrom, it's full 1080p. You don't have to deal with none of this that's going on over here.
Ron Trotter, February 9th, 2005.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of unlawful flight from law enforcement, which is a class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting a status conference on March 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you'll appear at your next court date. I'm also ordering as a part of your release that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. I don't know if your license has been suspended, so check with the MVD before you get behind the wheel of the vehicle.
Yes,
all
sir.
that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat. Appreciate it. Angelica Leach to the podium.
This is Maricopa.
You may have your name and date of birth.
Angelica, June 30th, 1998.
Thank you. I do apologize for mispronouncing your last name. That was not my intention.
That's okay.
We are here today on a municipal court warrant out of the Peoria Municipal Court. So a case involving criminal trespassing, which is a class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not appointing you an attorney because it's a misdemeanor allegation, but you do have the right to hire one at your own expense if you choose. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on March 13th at 9 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you're going to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat.
Damn, the judge is
That does
definitely...
conclude the 5 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 8 p.m.
Damn, that was a long run. That was an hour and 5 minutes. This judge definitely earned...
Wow, you're just on it today.
Really good today.
That's good.
I don't know about the next batch.
He's definitely on it. Hey, so like I was saying, hey, I also run these streams on YT. You might be wondering what's YT. It's going to be, you know, the red icon with the what do you call it? The red icon with the white triangle. Check us out right there at CollectCallFrom. The stream is way better over there. If you don't like this quality here, if you don't like the projector, jump on over there to that stream over there. We'll be back at 6 o'clock, which would be in 55 minutes. We're going to be doing Pima County. Hopefully we got Judge Hazel. Hopefully we get Judge Hazel. Let me see. All right, guys, I gotta go ahead. I gotta go get some sugar right now. My sugar is dropping right here. This sitting down right here for the last hour and 5 minutes. Really got my my cheeks kind of in pain, if you will. Anyways, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I am Collect Call James, and you are watching. You have a Collect Call From. I appreciate all of you. If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you anything. Don't be on Mr. Krabby Patties. Don't be why you get removed, because it was over already. See you soon. So hey, don't be a Mr. Krabby Patties. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck. Don't be a Codo. Hit that follow. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you anything. All right. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. Oh, hey, don't forget, if you come across any of the streams that you see any court hearings and you don't hear the drop one, flush one, please don't accept any imitators. Diga no a la piratería. Yeah, there's another one coming up in about less than an hour. I'll be back. I gotta take a break. Like I say, hey, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I am out of here. A rato.